Hey coin collectors, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we're going to take a look at the 1943 United States 1-cent coins. And a little quiz right up front. Which one of these you think is the most valuable? And of course, people look at this shiny one and say, well, this is probably it. This is the most valuable one. And let's take a look at it. This is a 1943 San Francisco Mint coin. And this is a real coin, and it's a San Francisco Mint. In 1943, they made 191.5 million of these. In an MS-65, this is worth $28 or more. And if we tip it up on its edge, we see that there is a little bit of rust on there. It's shiny, but some rust. We tip it over on its back, we see that it has a lot of these little kind of pock marks in it. And that is not from the coin manufacturing process. That's because somebody took a lot of these coins, especially the San Francisco Mint ones, and what they call re-zinced them. This coin, when it came out in 1943, it's a steel coin. And in 1943, because we were in World War II, they wanted to get away from using copper so they could save it for munitions. And so they brought out some steel coins. In San Francisco Mint, they made, as I said, 191.5 million. They also made them at the Denver Mint. Look at the difference between these two coins. They also made them at the Denver Mint. They made 217.6 million. And finally, they made them at the Philadelphia Mint with no mint mark, and they made 684.6 million. So they made about 1 billion of these altogether. And when you look at these coins, you don't want to get one like this. There may be a few that look similar to this, but they'll never have this kind of rust through. And that's how you can tell. This is just a coated coin. Actually took most of the value away from it by coating the coin. There are a number of people who sold Whitman folders full of coins, and they coated all of their, they paid to get the coated version of these, the re-zinced version, and that's not a great coin. If you want to see a good coin of these years, you can look on the internet, but you can also look on the PCGS or NGC grading services websites. These two coins here, the 43 Philly, in this shape that's in right here, is probably worth 30 to 50 cents. The Denver's probably worth 30 to 50 cents. This one, it's not clear to me that Coin Dealer would give you anything for the re-zinced one, maybe 25 cents, but just to kind of use it to show people what not to do with the coins. Now, did they re-zinc all of the coins? Yes, they did. There's a re-zinced 1943 coin. Tip it up on its edge, tip it over on its back. Now, this is the Wheat Ears coin, which first came out in 1909. It says E pluribus unum at the top, wheat ears on each side, 1 cent in the center, United States of America here. On the first year, there was a VDB on the back and a VDB on the front, and I'll show you what I mean by that. And whether we can even see it on the coated coins, we can. So they do a real thin coating. Now, was there zinc in the original coins? Yes, there was. It was a zinc-coated steel, but it wasn't shiny like this. So there's the VDB. That's for Victor David Brenner, and he was the engraver of these coins for the 1909 version. Are there some expensive versions of these coins? You bet there are. There is actually a 1943 coin, which a number of them, which were not steel. And if you look on PCGS, they have a 95% copper, 5% tin and zinc version from the Philadelphia Mint here that sold for $372,000 on February 25th, 21. Why did it sell for it? Because it wasn't steel. We know they made probably 12 to 20 of these, maybe a few more. If you can find one that's in really good shape, and the one that sold for $372,000 was an MS-62 brown. It wasn't even a red one. It wasn't even an MS-63, 4, or 5. It's MS-62 brown. Now, what about the actual steel ones? What's the most that they go for one of those? Well, I should say there's one coin that has says an experimental shell case, and that's a regular strike coin. But I don't have a picture of that, and I don't really know exactly what that is. But if we look at the regular strike 1943, you can get one in an MS. In almost uncirculated 58, went for about 218,500. So these are coins that you don't get incredible values from. And Heritage Auctions is the one that sells them, and you probably going to need some kind of special provenance for them to be able to follow them through. If you get an MS68, generally it's going to be $2,000 to $5,000. There's some that are actually for sale right now, for somewhere in that range. And if you get an MS68 plus, you're probably talking about $35,000 or more. So look for the steel ones; they're the expensive ones. When you get one of these, just say, "I know what that is. It's not the real thing." And if you do get one of these, it's still going to be magnetic. So if I put this down, it's still going to pick the coin up on my magnet. But the zinc coating just takes away almost all the value. All right, thanks for watching DC Coin World International Coin Channel. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel and leave any comments you might have in the comments section.